over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Come on! Wait up!
Is everyone ready to play?
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved, so fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in higher levels of football. Keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings, Tom Wren for sport, Jade Robran on the scene as it happens, Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide, Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5. Always Adelaide.
Hello, good evening and welcome to L3 Football Stadium. The park's here in Adelaide's north for this HPG Homes State League 1 tie between Adelaide Olympic and Adelaide Blue Eagles. I'm your host, David Grant, and I'll be taking you through the next 90 minutes of football, folks. This is a catch-up game from a round 2 game in which young Declan Gray had a knee injury significant enough that he couldn't leave the park and stayed on the park for treatment. Meaning the game had to be abandoned. Before I give you the team lineups, folks, History Month is coming up. Football South Australia is taking part in South Australia's History Festival this May, hosting a series of sessions at Service FM Stadium, exploring the history of the game in our state. Titled One Round Ball, Football's Connections Across South Australia, the sessions look at how football has brought communities together across generations, from grassroots to the global stage, through stories, memorabilia and personal experiences. Sessions will be running across May and they're free to attend, but bookings are required. You can find out more information via the Football South Australia website. So quickly through the lineups, folks. The first one I'll give you is Blue Eagles. Line up as follows: number 1, Benjamin Jackson; number 3, Matthew Jones; 5, William Smithson Thomas; number 8, Omari Dodero; number 9, Dante Cacciavillani; number 10, Christian D'Argenio; number 11, Seawoon Park; 12, Christian Migliaccio; goodness me; number 13, Cooper Mullins; 19, Carl Phelps; 20, Isaac Vernillo. And Adelaide Olympic lineup as follows: number 1, Lewis Cleland; number 3, Rasko Luic; number 4, Jared Brazali; number 5, Jacob Athanasiadis; number 7, Ethan Nassau; number 8, Ali Aquil; number 10, Ricardo De Silva; 11, Luis Lobo; 12, Alex Damasi; 16, Jun Choi; and 23, playing his 401st game, Perry Mitras. And I'm not alone tonight, folks. I'm joined here in the I'm not alone here, folks. I'm joined in the executive commentary suite by none other than Eastern United's Daniel Pauly. Daniel, how are you?
I'm doing well, mate. Happy to be here.
Looking forward to this one?
Yeah, I reckon this is going to be a cracker today. Two teams that probably want to be a little bit higher up the table than what they are. They've both got games in hand, so they want to make the most of the points today.
Referee in the middle is Rosaria Jacobini, and he's assisted by James Herat and Fazil Karimi. Round 8 is approaching for the other teams in this league. This is the cup round, so there's no league games this weekend. This is the standalone fixture, and this Gray. Adelaide Olympic sitting 8th in the ladder, played 6, 3 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. Blue Eagles played 5 because they had another match called off after a floodlight failure against Modbury Jets, so they're 2 games to catch up on. So much to play for both sides. The referee prepares to get us underway. He's just having a quick chat and waiting for his assistant to make his way down to the defensive back line. And Dante Cacciavillani is over the ball. So Omari Dodero ready to get us underway on what has been a warm day here in Adelaide. We have had a couple of cold nights as we've headed towards winter, but it's been a warm day today. Friday night football, hey Daniel?
Mate, like you said, it's a perfect night for it. Great conditions. I'm expecting a real cracker game today. Both teams really up for this one.
Still waiting for the kick, for the whistle, and we are underway. And Dodero takes the ball, plays it back. Carl Phelps and Blue Eagles playing in the white strip tonight. Immediately under pressure, eventually clearing from Cooper Mullins at the back. But Blue Eagles playing in the white tops, blue shorts, white socks. And Adelaide Olympic shoot to the goal on your right of screen in the all blue. They did last meet in round 12 of 2025. As they build up down the right hand side, I'll just pause that thought. Here's Aquil now, on his right, on his left. Gets a shot in, just wide. You've had some experience against Ali Aquil, Daniel?
Yeah, he's an excellent player, actually. 19 years old, really, really dynamic, loves to run down the wing and take players on. I expect him to be a player to watch today, but always you can't look past the legend that is Ricky De Silva. What a footballer he is at his age. I expect him to add a little bit of twinkle dust on this game.
Another foul there. The Eagles trying to find the feet, both figuratively and literally. Isaac Vernillo, the player, fouled there. He moves back over to the left-hand side. And over in the middle, Seaboom Park picks the ball up now for Blue Eagles. Here's Park again. Just shows a little bit much to his opponent there, and Olympic have it back again. Swift play, ball goes out to the far side. It's Lobo on the left. Makes his way to the edge of the box. Still going, goes to ground. No penalty there under the challenge from William Smithson-Thomas. We've only played 2 minutes, but so far it's been all Olympic.
They've come out of the blocks, haven't they, David?
They have, yeah. They haven't actually allowed their opponents much time to get the ball, never mind hold on to it.
It's a great ball.
Yeah, over to the far side here. Isaac Vernillo now on his right. Try and squeeze a shot in. He's well marshalled by the defence, though. Puts it out to Migliaggio. He shoots from distance, but it's well over the top there.
They've both come out to play early, haven't they, David?
Yeah, both of them obviously needing a win here. You know, top 6, obviously that's finals, isn't it? So that's your target. If you're sitting outside, consolidation of a top 6 spot is your target if you're in that top 6 already. But if you're sitting outside it, that's where you're wanting to be. By Benjamin Jackson, though. Picked up by Lobo on the far side.
Lobo is someone who's impressed me as well. Technically, very, very good player. Not scared to take players on, as you can see.
Well, to win that one. Skipped past one opponent, tripped by the second, and an easy decision for the referee to give there. As it was mentioned before, they did last meet, obviously, last year. That was a 1-1 draw at Blue Eagles. Juan Capolino, Jordan Pudler, the scorers in that game for Blue Eagles and Olympic, respectively. No Jordan Pudler tonight. We're not sure what's happened there. But he wasn't in the squad, never mind the starting 11.
Yeah, he was on the ground during the warm-up with his track pants on, so I'm assuming that it must be an injury because he's the kind of player that you'd want to keep on the pitch for the entire game, especially the way he started this season. He's had a great start to his year.
Free kick for Olympic on that far side. Ricardo De Silva with it. Players lined up just near the penalty spot. He's got 3 or 4 targets there. Given the signal now to take the free kick. He whips it in with his right. It's deep into the back post, and lurking back there. Lurking back there is Seawood Park. No?
Rizale.
Oh,
is it?
No, it's Lobo.
Lobo.
Lewis Lobo, excuse me. Picked up at the back post. Took me a minute there to find my bearings, never mind his, but a fine goal to open the scoring, and that's just 5 minutes gone. An Olympic 1-0 to the good already.
Yeah, besides that one break, it's really been all Olympic. It's an excellent start for them.
My apologies for getting the names completely mixed up there. It's early in the evening and I'm very excited.
Rightly so. This game started off like a cracker.
Cacciavillani gets his back underway. Plays it back to Carl Phelps. Phelps plays it out wide. Blue Eagles now try to make their way up the right-hand side into the middle with that ball. Darrow gets up highest, wins it. Seawing Park has it now in the far side. Overlapping run, Christian Migliaccio. And that one goes out, and that'll be an Olympic throw-in. If you have just joined us, you're watching the HPG Homes State League 1 tie here. Catch-up game from round 2. That ball comes into the middle. Taken confidently though by Lewis Cleland. His first real touch of the ball so far.
I think one thing that people don't realise that don't play on this pitch is the bounce on this pitch. It really hangs up in the air when it takes a bounce, can put defenders under a lot of pressure that they wouldn't on a normal AstroTurf pitch or even on a grass pitch.
Foul by Rasko Luic there. The Olympics captain on Isaac Vernillo. And it's a free kick for Blue Eagles. Matthew Jones has it on this near side, just in front of us. Jones with it. Has options at the edge of the penalty spot. Edge of the penalty area, should I say. And he hits that in with his left foot. It's a good ball, tempting the keeper. I think that was aimed at maybe Cacciavillani. He didn't quite get to it though. And in the end, just placed over the bar, just wide. Cooper Mullins underneath that one. Flagged offside, I think, anyway. He was a little bit disappointed they didn't get the advantage, but I don't think there is advantage when it's offside. Either that or complaining about the ball being kicked away, but Cooper Mullins has retaken it. And the ball goes forward. Luic and Vernillo, interesting battle so far. Luic gets the better of that one.
Good challenge by Phelps there. He will do that all day. An absolute dog in the midfield. Looks like Blue Eagles are playing 3 at the back with Phelps sort of shielding that back line. He's a very versatile player, can play up front, can play attack in midfield, but he really loves that role as the 6, really shielding the defence.
Olympic playing the ball out nicely wide, overlapping run, chip into the middle. Too close to Ben Jackson though, I think, from Ali Aquil. And he's collected that one. Another test for that Blue Eagles defence. Ball out. Matthew Jones will take this throw to get his back underway. He goes down the line. Cacciavillani's the target. He's a big unit up close, isn't he, Daniel?
Yeah, he definitely is. He is an absolute monster. Great goal scorer. Scored many goals for many years for this club, but I think what...
Yeah, take the
tight moment there, yeah. I think one of his best attributes really is his hold-up play. You can't knock him off the ball. He's very aggressive, like a bull in the China shop, but yeah, I'm a big fan.
The Eagles just not getting a minute to think about their game just yet. We are into the 10th minute already, and Olympic have come out firing. And they are 1-0 up after just 2 minutes. Goal from Luis Lobo at the far post, following a free kick from Ricardo da Silva. And that's the difference between the two sides right now.
Yeah, it looked like a deliberate set play there. High ball to the back post with Lobo running onto it. Easy to the back post with Lobo running onto it. Easy finish in the end for him.
Big gap in the middle of the park there as Aquil picks up the loose ball. The Eagles have, if I'm honest, just a little bit all over the place, just can't find their feet. Damien Luic winning the free kick for the home side.
Yeah, and both of these teams are high possession teams. They're two of the teams that hold the ball the longest in State League 1. So Blue Eagles won't be happy with how they've started in that sense as well. They really just need to get a grip on the ball, start moving Olympic around and try and break that first line of their press, because at the moment they can't break that line of press and they're just playing long and they're under pressure.
Lewis Lobo's goal, his 4th of this league campaign. He now is the joint top scorer for this Olympic side with Jordan Pudler with 4 goals also, as this ball comes into the middle. Phelps clears, but Olympic win it back. This is relentless by them. Luich now, the reset. Brazil pumps it forward. That's a bit aimless, and it's picked up easily by Phelps, who clears.
Here's that bounce. See, it just holds up there.
There's Troy now in that far side. Troy again.
Player out wide here, that's on.
It is indeed. It's Aquil. Luich flicks on. Luich challenges. Migliaccio pops it forward, but Troy picks it up. Eventually, Migliaccio is the player who tries to pick it up for Blue Eagles, but again, they don't get a chance to think about it. Oh, look at that for a turn.
Yeah. What a touch.
There was a beautiful turn. Matthew Jones, the first player into the book. 13 minutes gone on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED display needs, Daniel.
Yes, indeed. And that is not what you want early in the game with a player like that running at you to have a yellow card, especially with the 3 at the back. They don't seem to be playing with wing backs. It's almost like a 3-1 with 3 in the middle. So they don't have that much cover on the flank. So that's something that could be exploited throughout this game. I wouldn't be surprised if they just tell him to keep running at him.
Ball comes in from Luich. This free kick right in front of us. It goes deep to that back post. The target over there in the dark is Seawoon Park. And he'll take the throw in on that far side. Shows you how long I've been here. Those buildings weren't here last time I was here. It was a building site, Daniel.
Yeah, mate. They've really popped up a bit recently, haven't they?
Those people have got the best view of football, free football for them, isn't it? Just open up the windows, sit out in your balcony, and it's all laid out in front of you. I bet they're very appreciative of it.
Oh, it's the dream.
Yeah.
The dream. Especially if they keep putting out games like this. They've really come out with intent so far. Well, that's a good...
Yep, ball over to this near side here. Isaac Vanillo chasing it down. Luich goes over to meet him. Vanillo moves it onto his right. Maybe just a little bit too far ahead of him, and he's forced back. Finds Phelps. Phelps plays it out to this near side. D'Argenio now chips in with his left. Maybe too near the keeper. That's well taken, actually, by Lewis Cleland, isn't it?
It's great goalkeeping. Very clean.
Now it's Choi. He's got a sprinting run down here from Aquil, who seems to be everywhere.
Yeah, he's making the right flank his own at the moment. Just question whether the formation of Blue Eagles is really set up the right way against this Olympic team. Olympic look like they're playing 4-2-3-1, 2 deep sixes. They're just winning everything at the moment in the midfield.
And here's Dodero. Here's the shot from distance. Oh, not far away. And he was all of 40, 45 yards out there. And he had Cleveland off his line, must have seen it. But he's pushed that one just over the bar.
That's another player with a lot of talent. And that's the thing with this Blue Eagles team. It doesn't take much. It's just a moment of magic. And they've got plenty of players that can provide that magic touch.
15 minutes in here. You're watching the HPG Homes State League 1 catch-up game from round 2. Blue Eagles, Adelaide Olympic. David Grant and Daniel Pauly of Eastern United on the mics tonight as the Olympic make their way forward. Here's Aquil again. Has the better of Jones to the byline, crosses it back. Matthew Jones has the last laugh though and clears the danger. It's a corner. Adelaide Olympic are 1-0 up. Goal in the 3rd minute from Lewis Lobo. Took us all by complete surprise. And Couldn't quite get my commentary right that time, did I, Daniel?
Mate, everyone makes mistakes.
Oh, man. They didn't even get the right team as this corner comes in. All the player from a different team. Ah, well. Can't do anything about it now. Cacciavillani brings it down for Blue Eagles. They try to make their way out of their half, but there's 4 Olympic players there closing that space down. And no room to breathe for Blue Eagles, and it's a throw-in for Olympic. Alex Damazi has taken that already.
Yeah, they're just being bullied physically at the moment. Taking Cacciavillani to come back into their defensive third almost to put the pressure on. It's really him and Phelps are the ones that are putting the pressure on defensively. But they really need some of these other players to get stuck in a little bit now, I think.
There's Troy. He's been quite impressive in that sort of 6 role, hasn't he? Just sitting in front of his back 4 for Olympic.
He's looked sharp.
Foul on Lewis Lobo. Free kick taken quickly by Olympic. They don't want to hang around. Here's Lewis now in this right back spot. Plays it up the wing, finds a heel. Got Damazi ahead of him, but he opts to go down the line. Draws 3 Blue Eagles players out with him. Troy now has no option but to go back. Nice football again by Olympic.
They've just had Blue Eagles pinned into their own defensive half at the moment, even their third.
Into the box to go. Oh, that's dangerous. You're trying to be doing that, Carl Phelps. The cross comes into the middle. Stabbed, and it's in. And Olympic have scored again, and it's Lobo again. I got it right this time. 18 minutes gone. And it's 2-0.
All we ask is that you learn from your mistakes, mate. So good job. What a finish. What great play. Great play by Olympic. Blue Eagles look a little bit stunned. They don't really know what's going on at the moment.
No, they just got their first win of the league last week when they played Cobras. And that win would have been for them a long time coming. And they would have been on a high after that. It was a late winner. Mari Dodero scored that one with barely a minute of play left. And they would have come out of that thinking, well, maybe we've got our league back on, our campaign back on course, but Olympic have them stunned tonight.
Yeah, and look, I do keep coming back to, I think it's got something to do with the formation here, because Adelaide Olympic, they love attacking down the wings. Majority of their attacks come straight down the wings. And Blue Eagles are playing here with 3 at the back, 1 6, 3 10s, and then three up front. And those spaces, they're just leaving their wing back, their outside centre back so exposed. And Olympic's just making the most of it.
Yeah, they've got Park, Dodero, and Cacciavillani now, who's in the box. He'll have a stab from here. That's gone beyond the reach of the keeper, but wide of the post. Did he get a hand to it? No. Goal kick.
And that's all it can take sometimes. Ball in behind with a striker of that quality. Be disappointed he didn't hit the target there, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, if it's gone out cleanly and it's a goal kick, there's no argument from them either. Then he shots off target, and really, he easily could get the one target. It's a heavy landing there by Matthew Jones.
Yeah, he looks in pain there.
Don't think there was any malice in it. Ali Akro, the player who was underneath him at the time, and I think Jones has just landed awkwardly.
Yeah, definitely no malice in that.
He looks a tough guy, Matthew Jones, doesn't he? He'll bounce back from that, won't he?
Well, he's already up on his feet.
Not sure what the decision's been. It's a throw-in. I'm not sure. Did he think that was a free kick, did he?
I think so.
10 metres away from where anything happened.
Right call for me.
Yes, I think so. Nothing in it, really. Just a bad landing as Dodero picks the ball up here. They make their way forward now, Blue Eagles. Run into a blue wall. And Akuo comes away with it now along the ground, finds Ricardo Da Silva. Da Silva chip over the top, looking for Damasi. Mullins gets there first, though. Can't bring the ball down on the deck, and there's a little challenge there, and Matthew Jones is back down on the deck again. This time, it's not his shoulder, it's his leg.
Yeah, that one definitely was a free kick, though. He looks like he's in a little bit of pain there. Again, no malice in that, but Stud showing a little bit Damasi is another one who wasn't getting too many minutes at the start of the season. Now he seems to be playing a little bit more regularly. Player with a lot of talent. Plays some good balls in behind. Likes to dribble.
Here come Blue Eagles now. Down the middle, Cacciavillani on the far side. He's got two options in the middle. One of them, right over the top there. Really should have done better, Isaac Vanillo, with the chance there. The other option was Amari Dodero, but it went beyond him. And you've got to take those chances when they come up, don't you?
Especially at 2-0 down, you need to take those chances, but just seems to be some little gaps creeping up in the Olympic defence that Blue Eagles are trying to exploit the last couple of minutes.
Long ball forward again. Jones gets the better of Akil that time. He'll get the throw in. A lot to go down the line. Then he gets a chance. Down the line he goes. Dare's underneath it. And trips up this way. Vanillo, the player who won that.
You can stay, Rick. Second here.
Matthew Jones now. Down the line he goes. That one really just stayed in. All the way through. Picked up by Lewis Cleland. He rolls it out to Jarbasal. He goes long. Silva's underneath that. Phillips does well though. Feeds it back to Mullins and all the way back to the goalkeeper Ben Jackson, who clears despite the attentions of Ricardo da Silva. Now on the far side, William Smith and Thomas now. Feels a little nudge in his shoulder. Opts to go back. Phelps. Into the middle that one goes, but it's too close to the goalkeeper and it's collected comfortably. Olympic now, long ball, Akil to chase. He's got nothing in the middle. He's got absolutely nobody in the middle, so he's on his own. He'll have to wait for everyone to catch up with him. That must be the story of his night. Very quick, makes his way to the byline, goes along the ground, and then gets a corner off Matthew Jones.
Yeah, you just see Blue Eagles had a little bit of a patch where they kept the ball there and they opted to just whip the ball in. Sometimes it's good to just control the tempo a little bit more, play a few passes around, trying to get a little bit more control of the game back. What happens when your team pushes up the pitch just allows that opportunity for these quick breaks, which Olympic are definitely not afraid to exploit.
Eugenio's corner goes into the middle 6-yard box, headed clear by Cacciavillani of all people. Back there defending. This one's picked up. Seawood Park in the far side, but didn't have it for very long. And Blue Eagles have it back. I think we might be stopping for a wee blood rule here. Looks like maybe a little knock to the nose. A little knock to the nose.
Yeah.
Gonna get that nice white shirt all dirty there. Christian D'Argenio, the player who's come off for that. We'll have to try and stem the bleeding there. Those knocks always look worse than they are. I was always breaking my nose or bleeding from my nose when I've played.
Mate, you go hard like a Scotsman should, mate. But yeah, there's quite a bit of blood coming out of D'Argenio's nose at the moment. Hopefully he's okay. Should be fine.
Hey, focus, ready! Hey, have a look!
Nothing like some blood stain on a white shirt.
That's it. Well done, young Christian D'Argenio, for keeping his shirt clear of all that crimson fluid as it poured forth from his nostrils.
It's all about the aesthetics, mate.
That's it, yeah. I presume they have another number 10 shirt if he has to change it, but if they don't, I'm not sure what the rule is. I mean, can he wear another number?
Don't believe you can wear another number. I believe you can definitely come back out with a bit of blood on it. I think if it's stained, it shouldn't matter too much.
Maybe you'd have to turn the shirt inside out. Or we go back to skins.
Maybe, maybe. I'm intrigued to see how this goes here. There's some tall timber in this Blue Eagles team. Players that are not scared to get their head on the ball.
Christian Migliaccio is over the ball. And he awaits the referee's instruction to proceed. He now gets that, hits it with his right, very close to the keeper. Cleland punches. It's picked up by Vernillo, who's made his way out to this near side. But again, Olympic crowding out those players when they get the ball. They still have it, the Blue Eagles. Here's Dodero. Goes back to Phelps. He knocks it on. Smithson Thomas has it. Plays it out wide. Finds Park. Park tries to cross it in. And that's blocked, I believe, by Lobo on the far side.
Yeah, there's just a little bit more pressure coming from Blue Eagles now. They're just turning up the heat a little bit, trying to see whether Olympic can withstand it. But so far, Cleland's looked really solid in goals.
He has looked confident when he's come out for it, hasn't he? And handled the ball well, dominated his area when he's had to. As this corner comes in, it goes short actually. Jones has fooled us all. He goes an overlapping one, gets a little bit of a better angle, arguably. Breaks to Smith and Thomas. Appeal for handball, nothing given.
That would be a harsh one.
I think that all these new handball rules are quite unforgiving, to be honest.
I can't even pretend like I understand the rule anymore, mate.
I know. You'll be pleased to know that Christian D'Argenio has... That's another great take. Excellent. By Lewis Cleland.
Excellent.
And Christian D'Argenio is at the side here waiting to come on. He's not been allowed on yet. As Olympic come forward. Ball into the middle. That's cleared easily enough. There's Ethan Nassau. Finds the Silva. Now Blue Eagles are just playing a bit more football, aren't they? It's taking them to be down 2 goals before that. But here's a kill now in the overlapping run. Doesn't quite get the space to get across in. Moves on to his left. And eventually it's cleared by Vernillo. Offside. Assistant on this side. And his flag up very early for that. James Harrett on this side. Fazil Karimi on the other side. And the referee in the middle, Rosario Yaobini. Now it's Blue Eagles on that far side. Stephen Park bundled to the ground. And a brush of the flag to indicate the foul. I think you're right, Daniel. I think since that second goal went in, Blue Eagles have maybe settled a little bit. Either that or maybe Olympic have taken their foot off the gas, or maybe a combination of both.
Can easily be a combination of both. Sometimes it's just that unconscious foot off the pedal when you get a quick early lead, but Blue Eagles are showing that they're not going to get walked over today. The next goal, Blue Eagles can get it. This is really game on. Just need to make the most of these set piece opportunities.
And here comes this set piece opportunity now, flicked in low, right up to the night sky it goes. Cleland's missed that, he's come through everyone, but that's gone out. I think it's a goal kick.
I think it's a goal kick.
2 Blue Eagles players down. I don't know if that was a clash of heads between the 2 of them.
Reactions would suggest it. Looks like Phelps.
You might even have the benefit of a replay on your fancy screen down there, Daniel.
Got to come prepared, mate.
At least one of us did. If you have just joined us, you're watching the HPG Homes State League 1. This is a catch-up game from round 2 here at L3 Football Stadium, also known as the Parks.
I'll say this, mate, you could rewatch that about 15 times and it wouldn't come any clearer what happened there.
Just a bundle of bodies in the middle. Cleland came out fairly strongly, didn't he, to punch?
Yeah, you really can't emphasise enough how important having a confident goalkeeper that's prepared to just get up there and put their arms in the air and claim that ball really adds a calming sense to the rest of the team. Everything he's doing with confidence and with purpose.
It's a very strong challenge by Troy, but not necessarily a foul.
No, I think he won the ball there.
Migliaccio was bundled to the ground, and he's back up now, but Blue Eagles have it. Dodero on the far side now. They're trying to play some football.
This is good.
Smith and Thomas, they spread the ball out to this near side. Migliaccio again. Can't get his cross past Akil. Final ball lacking though. And Olympic have it back through an unforced error, really.
Yeah, I'd really like in those instances, just switch the ball out onto the far side. Can you drive at their fullback in a 2v1 situation? Really put them under some pressure, try to exploit them over the wings. At the moment, they're just getting it into those areas and just trying to pop the ball into the box.
Dodero now for Blue Eagles at the edge of the box. He's got 3 or 4 opponents to beat, so it's a tall order. Ball's eventually cleared. Jones is up there, challenged by Akil, but Phelps picks it up now for Blue Eagles to make their way forward. Cacciavillani goes to the ground off Rizal's challenge. And indeed, referee Rosario Acabini says, I'll have a quick word with you, Mr. Brazal, and I'll give you one of these, a yellow card.
There's plenty of animation down here at the Blue Eagles bench.
Second yellow card of the night. Matthew Jones picked one up earlier on for Blue Eagles, and Jared Brazal now has equalled that score in the 33rd minute. So it's 1 each on that scoreboard, but 2-0 on the one that matters. And that is that Adelaide Olympic, through 2 goals from Luis Lobo, a brace, one in the 3rd minute, one in the 18th minute, giving Olympic a 2-0 lead. They're probably the better side for at least that first 25 minutes of play, but Blue Eagles have settled now, and it's a more even contest.
Got Daniel Godley there, absolute legend of Metro Stars and Football SA. He's directing, goalkeeper directing his wall.
Yeah, well, you're right. I didn't even notice it as this free kick comes in. A little bit high there. And that was from Seawing Park, showing that he can hit them. But you're right. Mr. Godley was up off his feet there, wasn't he? And
it was Godley, wasn't it? I do believe so, yeah.
Yeah, Dan Godley, yeah.
Yeah. What a fantastic goalkeeper he was.
The only person I know who has to crouch to get into that dugout. Everyone else just walks in. He has to stoop. He must be about 9 foot tall.
Oh, at least. At least.
I'm not sure what 9 foot is in centimetres for all of our younger listeners out there, but it's very big.
Maths never was my strong suit, but what an impact having a goalkeeper coach like that can have on a goalkeeper.
Could he not still be playing, in your opinion, Daniel?
I haven't seen him play for a few years, but
crossing in the middle from Olympic. Sorry to interrupt you. It goes long to the back post. And Aquil's picked it up on that far side, so he seems to have swapped sides. He was on the right before. He's popped up on the left. But yeah, Dan Godley could still be playing.
Mate, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Very decorated footballer.
He's only young as well. He must only be about... I should be guessing that.
Young for a goalkeeper, anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They go forever.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the action here. The HPG Homes State League 1. 10 minutes to the break. It is 2-0 for Adelaide Olympic. 2 goals from Luis Lobo. The difference between the two sides. David Grant and Daniel Pauly with you tonight, taking you through this one. And then tonight, for Olympic, would take them up to 13 points and
good strength.
Potentially into 5th.
He'll just battle all day in that midfield, Phelps.
A swipe and he missed it there, but And picked up by Dargenio and pushed forward. Olympic repel that. There's Jones now for Blue Eagles. Goes straight up the park. Finds Dargenio. He finds Vanillo. Cacciavillani, picks this one up.
That's great defending. That is top draw defending.
You know what he did there as well? He's completely frustrated his opponent, didn't he? Brazil frustrated Cacciavillani there to the point where Cacciavillani arguably not lashed out in a nasty way, but certainly raised his hands and put it around his opponent's chest to win the free kick.
I consider that a minor lash out.
Oh yeah, I didn't mean he swung at him, but
no, it was the first word that came to my mind, honestly, mate.
Yeah.
The wordsmith you are.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Here's a cross in the middle. And it just landed. And I think it was Amaro. No. Landed in the head of... might have been Dodero, might have been Park, I'm not sure. But didn't get the power behind it. And it's been pushed over the top. Actually, it was Cacciavillani, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Olympic don't want to play out from the back anymore. Really tightened up a little bit. Like you said, they've swapped their wingers. Just trying to look for something different to swing the game back in their favour, because the momentum's definitely swung towards Blue Eagles in the last 10 minutes or so. Feeling a lot more confident on the ball.
That's how I feel ever since the second Lobo goal, which came all of 20 minutes ago, 25 minutes ago. Blue Eagles have just settled since they went 2-0 down. They certainly haven't let their heads go down. And here's Dodero now. Will he get a snapshot in? Can't find the space. Ball comes out to this near side. Nassau tries to pick it up. He's blocked by Phelps. Tries to get it back. Phelps still has it. Decides to go back. Dargenio now. Spreads it to the far side. Smiths and Thomas. And they lose it. Ricardo da Silva picks it up now for Olympic. Feeds in Christian Migliaccio.
And these are the moments they're waiting for here. They're sitting deep in a block and they're inviting that pressure so they can sort of hit quickly on the counter and utilise their speed.
Quill on the far side. Can't get that cross back in. It was blocked well by Smiths and Thomas on that far side. And it's a throw-in for Olympic. Perry Mitras with it. Playing his 401st game tonight, Daniel. Not bad, eh?
Absolute legend, Perry Mitras.
I don't think I've even watched 401 games.
The Silver Fox. No, he's a great footballer, achieved a lot. Great guy as well, important person in the football SA community. I remember his breakout season at Metro Stars when he scored 20+ goals, and he really shone that year, and his career's just kept going. Hasn't stopped. 401 games. What an achievement.
Ball goes all the way back to Ben Jackson now. He clears over the top for Blue Eagles.
I don't mind that advantage there, that play on.
Yep. Referee's been good tonight.
It's been very good. Let the game go where it needs to go. Pulled it up where it has to be.
Here's Amari Dodero now. Oh, he had Isaac Vanilla on this near side, and he had Christian Dargenio as well.
Look how deep Olympic is sitting. It was an aerial ball. Da Silva's gone and pressed, and the whole team stayed back. Really doesn't allow for that press to be efficient.
Play away here. Alex Damasi has it now. Plays an Aquil on the far side.
The screws have been well and truly turned up, though. That intensity off the ball from Blue Eagles as well. It's kind of shifted. In the start of the game, it was all Adelaide Olympic with that pressure off the ball, and now they've really become more passive while Blue Eagles have the ball, and Blue Eagles are really getting stuck in.
Yeah, Blue Eagles just maybe a little bit like their season. They've just taken a while to get started tonight. Their season's been a little bit like that, I suppose. You know, they haven't had the results that they wanted to over the first 3, 4, 5 rounds. Well, 4 rounds, really, because they've only played the 5 games. But tonight's been sort of epitomised that, hasn't it? It's been a sort of reflection of their season, and that they were slow to start. They were 2-0 down before they really got going. This game's certainly not beyond them.
No, not at all, especially after their result last week. They'll have a lot of belief that they can come back from a 2-0 deficit. That's a great touch. That's a lovely pass. That's good football.
It is, but there's no options in the middle. De Silva put it into the middle, but there's nobody there. Cleared by Smith and Thomas. Finds Omari Dodero by accident more than design, I would say. But they still have it, Blue Eagles. Giving that one away. Troy will pick this one up.
Yeah, that was a foul. It's probably the first time a Quill's being caught out of position. He, as the left winger there, he should really be making his way towards the back post with his pace. You'd expect him to make that. But it's towards the end of the first half, and when you come out so high with intensity and you put a lot of pressure on the opposition, sometimes you need that reset at half-time.
It will be an interesting second half, won't it? I mean, you know, the game's had so many swinging points, if you like, through this first half, with Olympic being so good in that first period. Blue Eagles coming back into it, and now Olympic coming back in as these last 5 minutes of this half go. It's a free kick from a long way out. And Mitras, for all the praise we gave him before, has hit one of the most disappointing free kicks I've seen tonight.
That's all right.
You're allowed that? You're allowed that?
We'll let him go.
Okay.
We'll let him go. 400 games, you can have one.
I would imagine he would be disappointed with it as I was.
Well, it really looks like Olympic now playing for those transition moments. They're sitting deep. They've got De Silva nice and high up the park. Their plan is, I assume, to give him the ball and have their pacey wingers come down the sides of the flanks, play them in behind.
Troy tries to clear that, but it's kind of rushed. And indeed, he's just giving it back to his opponents now. Blue Eagles trying to get something before the break here. Smith and Thomas, an overlapping run. He's offside, though. He does get his cross in, but he doesn't believe it. He's astounded that he was offside there, but he's the only one, I think, who's arguing with it.
Yeah, that tends to be the case when you're the one who's offside. No complaints from the spectators on that side, but I feel like he could be a metre onside with that call, and it probably wouldn't get so many complaints.
Into the last minute of the first 45 here in this HPG Homes State League 1 game between Adelaide Olympic and Adelaide Blue Eagles. It's 2-0, as we mentioned before, on the scoreboard. 2 Lewis Lobo goals. One in the 3rd minute before we'd even really got our heads around the start of the game, and then he scored another one in the 18th minute. But here come Blue Eagles. Can they get something here? Gargenio on his left foot tries to get the cross in. Well blocked by Jacob Athanasiadis. Now they've got something at the edge of the box. Foul not given. The Olympic bench a little unhappy with that, I would say.
Yeah, there's been fire on both benches today, that's for sure. Very animated coaching staff. But we love the passion, don't we, mate?
Absolutely. It'd be dull if they weren't carrying on. Here's Ricardo De Silva now. Edge of the box, goes to the ground.
Ooh,
no foul there. No foul there as well.
Letting the game play, we love to see it.
That's it. Well, the 45 minutes are up, so he's probably just seen the half out, and there's a third yellow of the game for Ethan Nassau in the midfield there. Must have been for dissent.
Yeah, I was just trying to work that out there. Has to have been.
Throw and taken down the line. Blue Eagles pick it up. Argenio, the player there, couldn't make headway through that Olympic line there, but they still have it, Blue Eagles. Fernillo now gets his shot in low. It's a good stop, but it's only fallen.
What a save.
It's Fernillo again. Can't get the space to get his shot in. Nassau will clear this one. And Luch picks it up now for Olympic. Lobo. Not sure who that one is to. It was well behind Ricardo de Silva. And the two of them exchange pleasantries there as the half-time whistle goes. Daniel, what have you made of that first half?
That was a half of two halves, I think. The scoreline does not necessarily reflect that half, because the last, like you said, 20-25 minutes or so, Blue Eagles really got on top of the game, and they should have equalised there in the very last play of the game. So I've got a feeling this is game on, and it's definitely not game over. Next goal will really shape this match.
No, exciting stuff, isn't it? Listen, folks, just before we go for a little break, I'm going to tell you about football. South Australia is taking part in South Australia's History Festival this May, hosting a series of sessions at Service FM Stadium, exploring the history of the game in our state, titled One Round Ball, Football's Connections Across South Australia. The sessions look at how football has brought communities together across the generations, from grassroots to the global stage, through stories, memorabilia, personal experiences. Just a quick flash up of the match stats there.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport. Jay Drobran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local, and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Welcome football fans, one and all, to the 2025 RAA NPLSA Grand Final, a night where history beckons. under the lights here tonight. One team will end their years of wait and finally add another elusive star upon their crest, while the other will face heartbreak and their dreams of glory will have to wait yet another year. It's the Metro Stars Soccer Club facing up against Croydon Football Club. And we're underway here. We have a lift-off in the 2025 RA NPLSA Grand Final. You can hear the noise already.
Success in this game. Hopefully for him that changes tonight.
First corner of the day by Michael Chidini. Near post. Walls with a header. And it's a great save from Daniel Margosh near to his post on the right there. But it's the first chance of the day, Mark, and it's a great delivery. Goes again, Chidini looking for that near post. This time it's a Croydon head. Out to Satira with the volley. Not sure if the goalkeeper had sight of that one, but it's just gone past the near post.
Yeah.
Here's Oscar Slattery looking to deliver. It's a great ball in as well. Nobody's there for Croydon. And now John will try and clean this up at the back post. John on his left foot, strikes. And deflected out for the first corner for Croydon, Mark. A great delivery there from young Oscar Slattery. Again off the boot of Polly. Celebrated his 150th game this year. Out. Trimboli with a right-footed strike, and that's far and wide, but an early sider there for Croydon and their leading marksman this season, Luca Trimboli. Here's his delivery now, near post. Good defensive header. Still going to come to Hisamoto with a strike on the left. Didn't connect with that one as he would have liked, and it goes far over the bar.
Yeah, they know that the fact is they've got the ability to get the ball into play, and this is where they can catch teams out.
That missed header has led it to Chidini on the edge of the box, has a strike deflected. Porter's there, the goalkeeper is too. I think he might have been offside there, Porter, but Daniel Margosh putting himself in the danger area.
Really does a lot of hard work and a lot of work that people don't normally see a lot of.
Passio John doing the work to find Klimek free, and now it's Trimboli with a left-footed strike. Caught neatly on the volley there, but he can't find the target, Mark.
Press a little bit higher, press a little bit harder, and it's proof in the pudding now.
Back to Klimek, first time delivery. Finds all the way out to Styles, who tries to lift it far post for Slattery, wins the header. Trimboli, does he get a second opportunity? He's going to go with his left again. And now John with Nagel. John has the strike. It's just past the far post, Mark.
Supremacy with that ball and on the park.
Here's Visser back with the ball at his feet. It's a sight for Metro fans to enjoy. Woodfin now finds the free man. Satira puts a ball in. More fantastic work there from young Chris Vivian, getting in the way once again, Mark. And
he's a zip, and we've seen that by the fact that the passing has been fantastic.
That's an excellent ball from Chidadini to his opposing winger in Visser. He's going 1v1, trying to favour onto that left foot. It is strike, but over the bar, and it's not deflected either, as Visser's trying to claim, but
him in the side.
Playing his 32nd game today. It's also in line with Jackson Walls and his goalkeeper there in Cody Ostrike. And the other three to play all games this season. Now we're in the box with Chidadini, has a strike. It's got not enough power on it as Margush can come, and he may give a word there to, looks like, here's Polly. Great deep delivery, Mapaw's there with a header. It's a great save though. Cody Ostrike down to his right, push it out for a corner, but
another 45, very similar to the first 45. Both teams willing to attack, both teams throwing themselves on the line to defend.
Now McNamara has to deal with this. Hisamoto's going to beat him to the ball. Look to have a strike's deflected, and it's in, Mark! Into the top right corner, and it's Maya Hisamoto who opens the scoring here in the RA NPLSA final. And what a goal it is, Mark.
We said they've started 100 mile an hour, both teams going for it. Croydon, first team to capitalise. Noah McNamara can't clear his lines. He's gone to hook it out. Trimboli read where he was going to go, managed to get the block in. It fell kindly to Hisamoto. Then Hisamoto able to get his shot on target.
Came out on the winning side of that occasion. So far in grand finals for Metro, he's not been so lucky. There's another turnover in the middle of the park. Trimboli, his touch is loose, but he beats Gow to the ball. Now he switches it. Excellent vision from Trimboli to find Passio John. He has the strike and it's deflected. And not more great defensive work from wingers. That was Chidadini all the way back. High boot there by Martinelli, but he's going to win the ball. Looks to deliver near post. No touch forthcoming for Croydon.
Up, Ren obviously, then Nagamatsu moved on. Windsor's come in. So when you're playing a side like this, that just allows you the opportunities as well.
Right in the thick of things there with a great touch. Looking for the return by Visser. shapes to shoot instead, and maybe that was the wrong option as it skies well over the bar. But a good first introduction there for Owen Windsor. Took the ball down.
Coming off, but I think they'll be on fairly soon, unlike the delay to Owen Windsor when he made his entry due to an issue with the colour of his socks.
Ball comes in and it's a big chance there. Another switcher play by Woodfin. It's excellent to Visser. He's got to look to put a ball in here. Looks for the cutback instead. It's Chittadini. It's deflected. We're going to see another chance here on the break. Greco has fed Alexander Good. But his shot is deflected out, and it was some good defending there by Metro Stars.
Exactly.
Yeah, they will take him on or look for the pass. He looks for the pass instead. And he spun well there, Windsor. And it's Chittadini with only the goalkeeper to beat. Takes it past him. And he can't find the back of the net. It's cleared off the line there by Vivian. But it's still alive here for Metro. And they'll win in the Shield final as well. So he's a man for the big occasion. And he might be the one to finish things off here tonight. But struggling to clear their lines here at Croydon. Visser trying to find the feet at Windsor. He's in behind, takes it past another one at Windsor. Too close to the goalkeeper, and Croydon will clear mark. But they're really pushing up. Can Croydon seal things off here with a second? Delivery into the box. It's dangerous, and it's just over. Additional time.
I was going to say that was just announced around the ground, the 6 minutes, and that's the boos from Croydon side of the grandstand.
D'Angelo's in the box now, looking for a cross, and it's in! It's Woodfin, the hero! The Americans got them back in the clash, Mark, and it's at the death here. He's just nicked into the near post. We said it might have been too late, but it's never too late for the Americans.
No, we always said it might be too late, but Metro have always got the opportunity. You can never write them off. And we thought that was a little bit odd that Woodfin was getting the ball rolling quickly, but it allowed McNamara to swing that ball into the far post. D'Angelo fighting, and we're going to head to extra time by the looks of it.
What a moment for Metro Stars. They're back in this game, and we look like we're heading to extra time, but there's still 5 minutes to play here, Mark. And by all means, there could be more chances. Still in the box, and it's another goal! And it's Andre Cole, the hero for Croydon! We thought it was over, but it's not over, and Croydon look like they're going to go all the way to the win.
We can't say that now. We cannot say that now. We've just seen 2 goals in the space of a minute.
We said he was the man for the big occasions, Andre Cole, and he hasn't had too many this year, but this could be the biggest for him. Goals in grand finals. Who else do you call for but Mr. Andre Cole, Mark?
He's had a rough season. He's just come up and possibly won it for Croydon. Passage on. All the hard work he's put in this whole game. Puts in an absolute delightful ball.
McNamara can clear. Only to Martinello. A slip. Greco. Can he seal it with a third? It's deflected, and it's going to be a corner, Mark. That's another clearance. And the whistle's in the mouth of Regis Quefalek, and your champions for 2025 are Croydon FC. After 8 long years of wait, the crown is finally theirs, and it's going back to Bologna, Mark. It's bedlam there on the pitch. Your 2025 REA NPLSA champions, 6th time champions of SA here, and they're back on top, Croydon. The underdogs tonight, but they're going to be heroes for years.
Come on! Wait up!
Is everyone ready to play?
I think something most people don't realise about being a referee is how rewarding it actually is, and like the amount of friends and mates you make along the way. Like, it's just a really great community. I was really nervous. I just got a random call up and I went out to the ground, but it was really great. Like, I had great support my first game, and it was really good to just be surrounded by people who did support me. I love officiating football because it's really rewarding, and like, it's a great way to be still a part of the game even if you aren't playing. I think my "this is why I do it" moment was last year. Oh no, this year actually. I made my debut as an A-League official, and just being in front of like a big crowd was really, really cool to have experience, and it clicked in that moment. I was like, yeah, this is 100% why I do it. I have a great support system like here at FSA behind me. I would 100% say to someone who was thinking of becoming a referee to absolutely just go for it. Like, it's not as scary as you think it might be. Like, it's really, really, really good.
Welcome back to the L3 Football Stadium here in Adelaide's North for the second half of this HPG Homes State League 1 tie between the host side Adelaide Olympic and the visitors Adelaide Blue Eagles. This is a catch-up game from round 2. There are no league games on, Federation League games in Adelaide this weekend. It's a cup round, but this catch-up game from League 2 being played tonight. It's the Olympics' second year in State League 1 after relegation from the NPL at the end of 2024, but it's Blue Eagles' 5th year in State League 1 after they were relegated from the NPL at the end of 2021. We had an interesting first half, full of incidents and 2 goals, and my apologies to you viewers and to Adelaide Olympic for the first goal, which I incorrectly initially called and credited to a player other than the scorer, Lewis Lobo. That was in the 3rd minute. Lewis Lobo scored a second in the 18th minute to make it 2-0. Blue Eagles eventually got themselves back into the game, but only after they were 2-0 down. A reflection perhaps of their season so far, where they've started slowly but done well once they've found their rhythm. They are coming off the back of a 3-2 away win versus Cobbles last week, in which they were 2-0 down. Adelaide Olympic last week, 2-1 home loss versus Atletico. Both sides eager for the points tonight. A little bit of a delay where we get restarted. A little bit of a discussion happening on the bench between the referee and the Blue Eagles coaching staff. Not sure what that's all about, but I mustn't forget to introduce you to my co-host tonight, Eastern United's Daniel Pawley. Daniel, you're back.
I'm back.
Did you enjoy your break?
It was great. I was mingling with the crowd, mate. Got some inside trader knowledge.
Well, have you?
Yeah, bumped into Jordan Puddler on the walk back. Told me he's got just a minor issue with his quad. It was a matter of missing this week and, you know, being good for the rest of the season, or, you know, risking a little bit of a further injury if he continued to play. But he said he might struggle to find his way back into the team if the team keeps playing as competitively as they have been.
Well, that's right. I mean, Jordan Puddle, obviously a player that you do want in your team, and 2 changes from their starting lineup last week. Daniel Kikianis out of the squad this week, and Jordan Puddle, as you mentioned, into the starting 11. Jacob Athanasiadis and Ethan Nassau, the 2 players coming into the Olympic starting 11 that didn't start last week. They were on the bench last week. Ethan Nassau actually came on in the 68th minute, but Jacob Athanasiadis was an unused substitute. We are back underway here. This, what's been a highly competitive match. Challenged by Kachavilani. And it is a throw-in for Olympic. As they attempt to steal a couple of yards. Dimitris with that throw-in opts to go back. That one will go all the way through to the goalkeeper. Picked up there by Ben Jackson.
It looks like Aquil has regenerated his energy because he's coming out and pressing high, and now he's got the ball here.
Yeah, as he's won it and played it in De Silva, he's played out to the far side. Blue Eagles back in numbers to defend that once they'd lost the ball. They haven't won it back yet. It's on that far side. It's Damasi
over there, yeah.
Goes to the byline, gets the cross in low, but no challenges there, and it's picked up by Ben Jackson.
Yeah, you never know what kind of characters you're going to find here on a Friday night football. Franz Pietri and Seb Marashi floating around from Eastern United. I just had a little chat down there with Dimi Panna, who's pretty happy with the start of the season he's had as his first season as head coach at Vipers in State League 2 South.
Yes, they have had a great start, haven't they? I think they're second, aren't they? They had a draw, and so they dropped a couple of points, but they're certainly higher up the ladder than a lot of people expected at this point in the season. That's State League 2 South?
State League 2 South, yeah. Correct. Yeah. Depending who was expecting it, for me, as De Silva gets the ball here.
Yeah, he's just inside the area. He's cleared by Phelps. And now the Eagles come away with it.
This is a transition moment we're talking about.
That's absolutely right. Migliaggio plays it out wide. D'Argeno picks it up, but Chris is across well to defend that, clear the danger, and kill the momentum, really. Throw in for Adelaide Blue Eagles. Indeed, the foul throw.
I think maybe his foot went past the line there.
That was young Harvey Steele. So he is a substitute, Daniel. So someone has left the field on Blue Eagles' side at half-time that we haven't been notified, and we're the most important people here. So Daniel Steele on for Blue Eagles at half-time. As soon as we work out who he's replaced, we'll let you know. But Blue Eagles now have it coming through the middle. And that attack breaks down, Lewis Cleland picks up.
That's right, it's not as fun if they make it easy for us, Dave.
Nah, true. The challenge. Badero, speaking of challenges, rides one, rides two, he gets his shot in, it's blocked though.
Good strength. And good defensive block as well.
Jacob Athanasiadis with that block there at the heart of the defence. Troy now has it, spreads it out wide to the far side. Damasi can't get past his opponent. And William Smith and Thomas. Smith and Thomas again goes into the middle looking for Phelps. Phelps in the foot race gets it, but Olympic are forcing their opponents back.
Yeah, they've come back with that spring in the step that they had in the first half. Really on the front foot, trying to put them under pressure. Olympic putting Blue Eagles under pressure, that is.
Flicked on there by Cacciavillani. Looking for D'Argeno.
Yeah. Def Tax and Cacciavillani winning a header.
Yeah. That's very good. I like that, Daniel.
Thanks, mate. You can take it, I won't copyright it.
No. I don't know if someone's already come up with something very similar before.
I haven't heard it.
I'm not one for accusing you of plagiarism.
Oh, never, never.
Trying to take a quick free kick there, and it's gone the full length of the park. It's going to take half an hour to get it back. Just a reminder that if Olympic can hold on to this lead, there's a long way to go, of course, but it will take them up to 13 points in the ladder, and a goal difference possibly good enough to take them up to 4th. They're currently 8th, so it would be a fair leap for them And that would take them on to 7 games played, same as everybody else in the ladder. Blue Eagles still have a catch-up game with Modbury Jets to play. Blue Eagles sitting down in 9th. They've only got the 5 points, but they do have 2 games in hand. This one and a game against Modbury Jets. Win both of those and they're up on 11 points and just outside the 6. So it's a big game for both. But this hasn't been a happy hunting ground for Blue Eagles. The last time they beat Olympic was way back in round 18 of 2020. They won that one 2-1, but the last time they had an away win against Olympic here was on the 23rd of March 2019. 3-1 win. I mean, they haven't been in the same divisions every year since. You know, Olympic more recently up in the NPL. So they haven't been in the same divisions, but it's still a long time since Blue Eagles have had an away win against Olympic. 7 years.
Yeah, I can't believe 2019 is 7 years ago.
I know.
Making me feel old.
You feel old. Where does that put me, pal?
I was a young whippersnapper playing at the Hawks back then.
Yeah. I won't tell you what year I was playing at the Hawks. In that last away win, I've got another little interesting stat for you, Daniel, in a wee minute once we see this attack out. In that game back in March of 2019, Blue Eagles goals were scored by Emmanuel Testardal, he got 2, and Hamish McCabe. As this cross comes in, it's going to come out to the back post. Overlapping run by D'Argenio. And cleared by Olympic. Steele gets up for that one, but he's headed it to Aquil on that far side.
Did you say that was in 2019?
Yeah, 2019 in March, Blue Eagles' last away win against this side. Emmanuel Testardal scored 2, Hamish McCabe got 1, and the Olympics goal was scored by Christos Punendez, now of Playford City. Olympic had Ricardo Da Silva playing as well as a young kid called Matt Halliday.
Wow. Wow.
I say young, he was probably in his late 20s even by then, but here come Olympic now. Choi into the box he goes. Will he get the keeper to beat? What a stop!
Great save. Great first touch as well to get him into that position.
Ben Jackson, brave goalkeeping more than anything else. Here's Dodero now, the other end of the park.
Yep, that's the ball.
And there it is. It's hit. What a stop by Cleland at the other end. North Park. End-to-end stuff.
That was the moment right there.
And that was Blue Eagles' best chance so far to get a goal back, I think. They've had their opportunities, but not quite as clear-cut as that. Park is still shouting up into the night sky in frustration.
Yeah, I'd like to see that one again, but it looks like he put it straight to the keeper, which is a little bit disappointing for him, but great work by Dodero. Not only did he get himself into the box, but the right decision when he's in the box. And it really has just been a story of taking opportunities for Blue Eagles at the moment.
I think you've hit the nail on the head there, isn't it? It's about who's taking their chances, because there hasn't been that much between the two sides in terms of their quality in the park, and the team that's taking their chances are 2-0 up.
It's the game of football.
Isn't it, indeed? The one stat that counts is how many times you put it into that big stringy thing behind the frame, isn't it? You can have all of the other stats going in your way, but if you don't have the upper hand in that one, you're not going to win games.
Can I take the big stringy thing as are you going to copyright that one as well? That's the first time I've heard that referred to as a goal, but
that is all yours. My patter is all yours. I give it to you freely, no charge.
What's yours is mine, my friend.
That's it. You get the ball in that big stringy thing at the end of the park and you win games. Anyway, we have a little bit of an injury here and a substitution being made, a forced substitution being made. We'll work out who's coming on.
You ready or not? If you're not ready, play. Hey, come on, keep going. It's all right, hey, Omar.
55 minutes gone. And Jacob Athanasiadis is the player who's coming off. Looks like he's got some kind of thigh injury, driver injury. And on in his place comes Harry Salinas. That's 55 minutes gone in the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED needs. You're watching the HPG Homes State League 1 here in South Australia, and you're listening to David Grant and Daniel Pauly. Two of the best in the business, they say. Throw in for.
Rumour.
That's the rumour. Well, I've confirmed it for you, so it's not a rumour anymore. Perry Mitras with the throw in down this near side. And it goes out. Blue Eagles throw in. Harvey Steele, substitute, come on at half time. Takes that throw in.
Yeah, and I think he was subbed on for Jones, who copped a bit of a beating in the first half there, so his body's probably quite sore. That's not the best touch.
There's Perry Mitras now. He stopped offside given on the far side there. And you're right, Matthew Jones took a couple of knocks in that first half. It's probably a straight swap, isn't it?
Yep,
Jones, Jones for Steele. It's just been a straight swap, so no tactical change there. 2 injuries, 1 for each side, forcing the substitutions so far here in this HPG Homes State League 1 match.
It's a very unorthodox formation. What a ball.
Oh, it is. And it nearly snuck through to Kachavilani.
Great defending.
Yeah, was it Luich that got his toe to that one?
Yep.
Smell of that barbecue just wafting over now, isn't it? You can see in the camera shot there the smoke from it as Jackson comes out and collects that one.
Yeah, Adelaide Olympic know how to put on a good barbecue, that's for sure.
There's Damien Rastko Luich, excuse me. Wrong team again. Ball through his part now, edge of the box. Moves it onto his right, takes a nice shot. What a stop again. Lewis Cleland, but the danger's not clear. Dargenio now with it, makes his way to the byline, can't get the cross in. It's blocked and the danger's cleared by Olympic.
Blue Eagles must be thinking, what do we have to do to get the ball past this goalkeeper? He has been outstanding today.
He has. Both keepers, to be fair, have been good, but I would say Lewis Cleland has certainly he's been called upon more than his opponent to keep the scores as they are.
Called upon more, and he's kept a clean sheet so far as well.
And we do so here. Zal gets his head to it, clears, but only as far as Dargenio. He's got 3 players on, so he's beaten all 3 of them with that one move. Makes his way to the byline. Can he get it in? He can, but there's nobody there. Of course, it's too deep. He was slightly off balance when he went to strike it. And that will go out.
He was off balance, and also the ball was quite high in the air when he made contact, but from his point of view, from most people's point of view, I'd say that is a situation when you get pressed by 3 players, you lose the ball there, you can be under a lot of pressure really quickly. So he did excellent.
Throw in. Dederi, the target. Bumped up into there. Phelps, calm, cool and collected at the back. Finds Steele. He in turn finds Dederi and he goes to ground. No foul given though according to the referee. And that'll be a goal kick.
No foul there. Never hurts to ask though, does it?
No, I appealed for everything as a player, even when the whistle didn't go.
I've been guilty of that myself.
That's
once or twice.
Once or twice. Once or twice every 10 minutes.
At least. Good friends with the refs in SA.
There's that Perry Mitras now down the left-hand side for Olympic. Damasi now. Oh, nice feet to beat Phelps. Gets the shot in just over the top.
Great feet there from Damasi.
Tell you what, if Olympic get the next one with 30 minutes to go, it's going to be hard for Blue Eagles to come back. I feel it's maybe a hill too steep to climb if that happens.
I would be shocked if they'd come back from 3-0 with half an hour left. If they get the next one with Dedera here.
Pushed it out wide to Dargenio. He cuts inside, he's on his left, doesn't fancy it, switches to his right. Tries to find the space to get his cross in. And Olympic out there to close him down. And he can't get the cross in. That was superb defending by the 2 Olympic defenders there. Troy and I think, is it Damasi?
I think it was Mitras down there.
Oh, it is 2,
yeah.
Excuse me. Got your young eyes onto this, Daniel. picking these mistakes out for me. It's good I've got you here.
Mate, always happy to help. Would like to see there, once you've sucked the players out, can you turn it around and just get the ball out the other side? It's a really tough task to beat two players there. Sometimes you just have to play the percentages.
A couple of substitutions by Blue Eagles in the 62nd minute. Christian Migliaccio comes off, Christian D'Argenio comes off, and on comes Rafael De Lucia and Antonio Hangsari. And they'll have half an hour or so to make an impact and a difference. They're back underway. Tell you what, the standard of this State League 1 isn't bad, is it? I mean, I've been watching NPL all year. That's where I do most of my work, if you can call this work, Daniel. That's where I do most of my stuff, and this is the first time I've had a good look at State League 1, and you playing yourself. I'm certainly very impressed with the standard here.
Yeah, it's a super competitive league. It feels at times like it.
Just hold on there, there's Park now. Can't get the shot in. On you go, buddy. You're doing well.
No, thank you, mate. It feels like a car crash at some points. Just very high energy, high octane, high press, very big transition moments. Just don't want to get caught on the ball. You just do not have time. You get burnt down the other end of the pitch. But technically, players across the board are at a high level. And I think you see over the last few years that gap between State League 1 and NPL has really shrunk, even from Mowbray Jets when they went up to the NPL a handful of years ago and immediately became a competitive team.
I think one thing that appeals for me as well is the fact that you've got relegation and you've got promotion, you know, and ultimately if you're looking at NPL, you get one champion. You've got the cup competition as well, but you've got one champion and you do have relegation there. But ultimately here, you know, you can drop from being a promotion/finals contender to being a relegation candidate within a matter of games. You know, it's a good competition in that way. It's like the championship in England.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Super competitive league. Super competitive league.
Joy doesn't kick the ball away, but he doesn't make it easy for Blue Eagles to collect it quickly. And there's a little bit more urgency about Blue Eagles play now as we into the last 25 minutes of this tie. They are 2-0 down thanks to an early Lewis Lobo goal in the 3rd minute and a second from the same player, Lewis Lobo, in the 18th minute. And that's the difference between the two sides at this point in time.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much of him picking up the ball and running at players as I have seen in the past. He's extremely good with the ball at his feet, but he's proven the difference so far, finding the back of the net. Don't know where he's come from, but very good pickup for Olympic.
Didero now plays out to this near side, picked up by D'Argenio. He faces 401 game at Mitras, and he's got 3 other players now.
Well done.
He's given them all the slip, hasn't he? And in the end, they still have the ball. Park with some sleight of foot, if that's the right term. Can't play in his teammate, and eventually it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. Ben Jackson, he clears long.
Do you think that was an attempted dribble by D'Argenio there that ended up at the feet of his teammate? But he's really isolating Mitras now, and he's a very direct player. I've liked what I've seen of him, especially this half. Really come into the game.
Harvey Steele just sees that one back to his goalkeeper, and Lobo had a sniff there, but no more. Didero still hit that pass to him at 104 miles an hour, I think, and difficult one for him to control. Lobo outside the right foot,
Great
into
ball.
The middle. Oh, Akil, a little push in the back. Nothing given though. Actually, there was no arm raised, to be honest. So no foul.
No, I wouldn't have thought that was a foul. Olympic coaching staff beg to differ. Bazalis very animated talking to the linesman down here.
To be fair to the ref, I think he probably, in retrospect, got the decision right. There was no arms raised. The two players ran into each other really more than anything else. I'm sure those appealing for the penalty would disagree with that, but that's just my opinion, Daniel. I'm entitled to it.
Yeah, there's a quote about opinions.
Is there?
Yeah.
What's that? You've forgotten it?
Yeah. I think we need a 18 plus.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, let's not talk about that then. Here come Olympic now on the outside. Offside. Against Ricardo Da Silva as he made his way down the left-hand side. That barbecue. Well, they've got that pumping on the far side now. It must be difficult to play when you've got that wafting across the pitch.
It'll be tough to concentrate on the game.
Yeah. Chris now heads forward. Sorry, the player tried to intercept that, but it ends up with Da Silva cleared away by Harvey Steele in a stabbing motion with his foot. And indeed, Blue Eagles now make another substitution. And on comes James Cooksley. And he replaces Isaac Vernillo. Had a good game, Isaac Vernillo, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Maybe being a bit quieter in the second half than he was in the first. Certainly very busy through that first half and maybe a little bit quieter this half. But
yeah, I think at this stage of the game, just over 20 minutes to go, putting some fresh legs on, try and change something. Because the game sort of swung back again in Olympics' favour in the last 5-10 minutes or so.
It is a match that has swung, though, isn't it? I mean, there's been periods where there's clearly been a better side, and then it's swung the opposite way.
Ooh. A couple players down on the deck.
I think it's Ethan Nassau that's down for Olympic.
Yeah, correct. Just holding his head there. Yeah, it's been a game of ebbs and flows, David. I think, especially for Olympic, in those periods where they're pressing really high, it does take it out of you, and it's a difficult thing to maintain. So it has seemed that they've transitioned from those high press moments into sort of a deep block, and they're just trying to hold the game out in those moments and try and regenerate their energy to go again. But it's been in those moments where Blue Eagles have gotten the better of them. They've started getting the ball and playing it around a little bit more.
Just a little pause in play while Nassau receives some treatment. He's back up on his feet now and we prepare for this free kick. Ricardo Da Silva with it. He's a good 40 yards out. He won't hit it from here, surely, will he?
Could do.
He does. Blocked by Cooksley in the wall. Picked up by Nassau and he goes
down
to
again.
Yes. He spent more time on the deck than he has on his feet so far. Oh no, Nassau, I mean.
Nothing unjustified though, I would say. Both of those moments on the ground, that they were warranted.
Yeah, I think that's right. And another free kick. A little bit further out this time, but more central. Ricardo Da Silva's over it.
Yeah, if you look at Olympic here, they're really not committing many players forward at the moment. They want to lock this game down and don't want to give him a sniff. I would not be surprised if he takes another strike here. Oh no, to be a ball in.
It is a strike.
No, it is.
Yeah. But you're right. I mean, the Olympic only had two players up there that would potentially have been in an area where they might have met a cross. And the rest of the players, predominantly, like you mentioned, back behind the ball.
Yeah, it fooled me as well because he shot that off a couple of steps. Difficult to generate enough power from that distance. Oh, here's Kachavalani.
It is. He's only got Park in the middle, really, but he can't get the cross in. Cooksley now, he's been busy since he came on. He does get his cross in. He goes to the back post. See where Park picks it up.
Great pass.
It is indeed. DeLucia with it. And eventually the ball goes out, and it will be a throw-in.
Coach Nick Gonzalez asking his team for their last little bit.
A bit early for that, isn't it? Still 20 minutes to go.
May have been directed towards De Silva.
Ah, right. To an individual, yeah.
Could potentially be. He's still given plenty. Late foul there. Playing advantage. No advantage there.
Lobo.
Nice feet.
Finds Damasi, who seems to have swapped wings. He goes to ground, but again, nothing in that.
No foul there. That's a player putting their body in between the player and the ball. Textbook defending.
The Olympic look like they'll be making 2 substitutions.
Yep.
Ricardo De Silva's on the ground.
Wants to hold the ref's hand for a minute.
Brian Abonamana and Peter Kitsambas look like they'll be the 2 players coming on in the 73rd minute here.
3 players.
Oh, commentator's nightmare.
De Silva, Mitras, off, and Lobo.
Abonamana, Kitsambas, and Ethan Majorana coming on.
And Olympic are thinking shut up shop. Off with the older experienced bodies and on with some young legs to run this game out.
Be interesting to see what they do. If they do just not park the bus, but have ambition in front of goal. It looks like they've just got the 1 striker up there just now. Habonamana's moving up behind Kitsambas, but maybe it'll be that Habonamana plays slightly deeper and they just play with 1 striker. Olympic and just try and see this one out for 2-0.
I reckon he looks like he's playing on the right side with Damasi behind in the 10 still. Ali Aquil on the left and Kitsambas up front.
Here's Park on that far side now. Troy challenges him. He still has it. Now Olympic have it back. Habonamana on the far side. He's challenged by Antonio Haksari. The Eagles still have it though. Here's Dodero. Chip forward. Cacciavillani has Cooksley. There's nobody else in front of them.
The bulldozer.
Did you see that? I don't know if the viewers saw it or not, but Cacciavillani was desperate enough to get to the ball that sort of clambered over his opponent.
He's a defender's nightmare. Does not give you a second.
Remind me, which of these 2 teams have you played against this year so far?
Olympic at this ground.
Olympic at this ground, right. So yet to face Blue Eagles.
Yet to play face Blue Eagles, correct. They seem to have quite a bit of upside though. Definitely been good in patches in this game.
And goes out. Goal kick is the decision by the referee, who everybody's giving him such a hard time. He's had quite a good game tonight.
They could have the best game in the world, but always someone's going to complain. Katsambas as well. Player came on off the bench, I believe, when we played them earlier in the season. He's got a turn of pace on him. So they've got a front 3 with speed. It'll be very interesting to see. Yeah, they're just going to take out the risk from the game.
Kitsambas was at West Adelaide, of course, last year. And was part of their promotion-winning side to the NPL, but obviously swapped Greek clubs.
Yeah, from one to the other.
Yeah. Bonamana on the far side. Goes to ground, wins the free kick.
Can't tell if that's a mist over the pitch or it's just smoke from the barbecue.
Pretty sure it's that barbecue. I tell you, it was wafting over here. I mean, I was catching my breath, but I'm just standing, I'm not running around. Full on, as they say. 14 minutes of regular time left here in this HPG Home State League 1 tie. Catch-up game from round 2. An injury to Declan Gray, which he's, as I understand it, thankfully on the road to recovery from. Caused that match to be abandoned, so this is the replay of that as the ball shredded through there by Aquil, who's come over to this left-hand side after starting the second half on the right. He's done that since Bonamana came on, I think.
Correct.
Here come Blue Eagles now. DeLucia pushes it wide. Park chips in with his right edge of the box. Cooksley gets a toe to it. Falls for DeLucia. What a stop!
What a save.
Oh,
what a save.
Man, he's been a thrill tonight, hasn't he? Young Cleland.
Man of the match for me. Unbelievable. Put that in your save of the week, Football SA.
You said it.
Out the top draw.
He's not going to have a lot of competition this week, though, because this is the only league game.
Yep.
So if that's not the same in the league, then
yeah.
Something's far wrong.
Something special is going to happen in the last 13 minutes if it isn't.
Park's corner comes in. It's up in the air. Cooksley's underneath it. Oh, and
oh my word.
He's going to have like 6 saves in the saves of the week this week, young Lewis Cleland. That's a phenomenal stop.
Yeah, his stocks are rising high from this game, no doubt about that. That is 2 top draw saves in the space of about 45 seconds.
And here's Park's subsequent corner into the middle of that one goes. It breaks out to the back.
Good pass.
It was Steele, but Park was offside when he received it, at least when the pass has been made. Not that it was a pass, it was a shot, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. Turned out well until Park was offside there. And really, when you look at the best opportunities of this game, quite a few of them fell to Blue Eagles and they just did not take their chances.
Did they not take their chances, or has the goalkeeper been the difference between the two? Because Blue Eagles have played well enough, but there's a little bit of a booking here for, I think, for maybe for the coach, Lucas Serber.
Yeah, definitely.
For his overly enthusiastic protestations at some of the umpiring decisions here.
Yeah, he's been getting quite animated throughout this game. But yeah, back to your point. In the most cases, really, the keeper has been phenomenal. Maybe there was that one cutback from Dodero where the finish went straight towards the keeper that maybe could have been better, but other than that, clear as day pushing the back.
Easiest decision he'll have to make all night. You know, and you do wonder why is he doing that? They've got 10, 11 minutes left, Blue Eagles, and commits a foul now on Aquil that will slow the momentum down and concedes a free kick. Not in a dangerous area, but not the right decision, I don't think, to make there. And it's a free kick for Blue Eagles. Blue Eagles make another substitution, more half. German Kani will come on with number 24. 10 minutes to go. And he replaces William Smithson-Thomas.
I think it's maybe a bit of an inexperienced foul there.
Was it Cooksley or was it? I can't remember who conceded the free kick.
I think it might have been Steele.
Steele. Oh yeah, it was. And maybe you're right.
I'm not sure of his age, but he looks like quite a young lad.
Let's not be too harsh on him then, eh? As this ball comes into the middle.
It's all learning moments at those ages.
Absolutely, yeah. That's done okay since he came on steel.
He has.
Bonamana there trying to burst his way into the penalty box. The attack breaks down. Park has it on the far side now for Blue Eagles. Options in the middle, breaks the catch of Villani. Oh, and time intervention and clearance there.
Long throw here, I'd imagine.
And indeed it is. Luic gets his head to it though.
You don't very often see a centre back running all the way up the pitch to take a throw in that quickly if it's not for a long one.
Bonamana flicks that one on. Cleveland accepts, goes to ground. He's got his 8 seconds to release it. And here's the countdown starting already.
Yeah, they're not wasting any time with that this year, the referees. Phelps sweeping in the back line there. It's almost like he's locked in as the centre back at the moment.
Cleveland will just get his timing right here. Goes to ground and Villani wins the corner. Cleveland carries that one out.
And up come the cavalry. They're not leaving anyone behind. Now this is a situation that could be dangerous the other way with the pace that Olympic have.
That's right.
They clear this ball.
Almost every player in that penalty box as the corner comes in. Clears out, pop back into the middle. Quickly's up. Bonamana clears. Park will collect this one. Takes a throw in very quickly. Lucia just turned his back for a moment, lost it, but still has the throw in now, Blue Eagles. Cooper Mullins with it into the middle. That one goes flicked on. Cleared by Bonamana, possibly off the line actually. Hard to tell. Flicked back into the middle. And taken to ground by Cleveland.
Yeah, they're rolling the dice here. Just putting the ball in the mixer, hoping something falls their way.
Chip forward. Brought to ground nicely.
It's done well.
He has indeed. It's cleared though by Phelps. Another yellow card. I think this one's for Cacciavillani. Maybe said something.
Yeah, not sure what that one was for, to be honest.
Scored 2 goals last week for Blue Eagles in their 3-2 away win at Cobras. Winning goal was scored by Amari Dodero in the 89th minute last week, but that game starting to become a distant memory for them. Reality bites, as they say in the Olympic. Have a 2-0 lead over them at this point in time. Just 5 minutes left in the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard, Daniel, for all your indoor and outdoor LED needs.
Mate, you're good at what you do.
We thank our sponsors for their support, don't we?
Of course we do.
Here comes this corner now. Into middle it goes. Benjamin Jackson unable to grasp that one. But they're back underway now, Blue Eagles. They've got 6 minutes to try and salvage something out of this. If they can get a goal in the next minute or two, it will be game on. If they can't, time will start to run out. And that one goes out.
Let him know about it as well.
They did too. It was a little bit ungentlemanly, wasn't it?
In the spirit of the game, a bit of fire.
Something I like to ask my guests, Daniel, as the game draws to a conclusion, as to who they think they might be the top 3 or 4 players in the match that have impressed them. I won't ask you to do it now. I'll give you a minute or two to think about it, because it's unfair of me just to say, give me the 3 best players right now. So
if you ask me for number 1, I'd be able to tell you in a heartbeat. But
yeah,
give me a minute. I have a think.
Yeah, it's Cacciavillani now. Picks this one up just inside Olympics half. He wants to play it back. Ball goes long, cleared by Luic. Picked up by Troy now. Still has it. He's out to that far side. Olympic now coming forward. They don't really have the numbers, but they do have the space. And that's exploited by Troy. He gets his shot in. Great stop by Jackson.
He's gone under the radar a little bit today, Choi. I thought he's actually had a really good game.
Yep, I would agree.
Nice feet.
So he's just dropping back into that 6 row, trying to catch his breath after that run, just off camera. He's got the ball now. Suddenly the pace of the game seems to have picked up. That's probably Blue Eagles trying to press for something in these last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of, you know...
Here's Park now. Can't get it on his right. Gets the shot in. That's too tame. And it's taken quite comfortably by the goalkeeper, Lewis Cleland.
He can hit them though. He's got an absolute belter earlier in the season. But yeah, that extra burst of energy comes when you're pushing for a goal, but also with change of substitutions, fresh legs.
That was a strong challenge there by Harry Salinas. I actually felt he lined the player up there, to be honest. McQuail is still down on the ground. As Troy gives chase to this one off the ball. Strong challenge by Phelps. Troy's gone to ground. Play on. 2 Olympic players down. Park puts it into the middle. Coach Nick Bozales encourages the Olympic players to get back up on their feet, and they both are. Park now on the far side. Into the 88th minute here. No goals in the second half, but it has been entertaining enough. Just a quick recap. 2 goals scored early on. Luis Lobo got both of them, one in the 3rd minute, one in the 18th minute for Olympic. They're 2-0 up. DeLucia, shot from distance. To be honest, I think that Lewis Cleland had that one covered, Daniel.
Might be safe to put your money on it today. Yep, they will try and suck out every second of this match now.
2 minutes to go, plus maybe a little bit of
us there.
He was going to get your head on that one. There's Dodero now. Into the penalty box. Plays it into Cacciavillani.
Great defending.
Gosh, it was too, wasn't it? And Harry Salinas for Olympic. Come on in the 55th minute today. Come on in the 78th minute last week. Off the bench. Both weeks for him.
Yeah, he played for a couple of seasons at Cobras. Haven't seen him make a defensive challenge like that before.
Parks cross comes in the middle. Powerful header by Cacciavillani. Pop back into the middle. No white shirts there. Cooksley's there. Can't get round it though. No appeals there, but Ethan Nassau comes away with it for Blue Eagles. Finds Akil.
Just almost hope that he doesn't go to ground there and claim for the free kick or the penalty. Really good opportunity to get that ball in the box.
Substitution to be made by Olympic. Very late. Only 15 or so seconds of regulation time left. And Akil comes off. And on in his place comes Lucas Botsos.
Yeah, great game from Akil, especially in the first half. Causing all kinds of headaches.
Olympic trying to come away with it. This was picked up by Antonio Ansari. It goes all the way back to his goalkeeper, Ben Jackson. And Jackson doesn't get his feet right there at all and actually concedes a corner. He was under pressure, to be fair, but that probably needed to be better, didn't it?
Yeah, at this stage of the game.
You've got to be careful what you say, because you might be playing against some of these guys, and if you say something that upsets them, they might come back for you. I can say anything I want.
Oh, mate, you've got it easy up here.
That's it.
Maybe it's time to hang up the boots. I'll come up, pick up a microphone with you more often, mate.
We're playing 5 from now.
Linesman's just given the call 5 minutes added time.
That makes
or
sense.
5 minutes from now, so 6 minutes added time.
We're having a few stops, haven't we? We are into the 91st minute here. 92nd minute just ticking over.
Probably wasn't the best decision, that one.
Here's De Lucia now, right in front of the camera. Cuts inside, beats Nassau.
He's actually looked quite good since coming off the bench. Some good touches and drives, taking players on, really taking the game on.
Guerrero pushes it wide. Still nothing in the middle there for them. And Olympic come away with it.
They're on here.
Yeah, Habonamana plays it out wide. Botsos on the far side. The little crowd there on the other side have come out from the bar for the second half in numbers. Choi now in the overlapping run. Botsos in the middle. It's also got Habonamana. There's Botsos, a little stab, and it's gone in from very close range. Off the boot of Lucas Botsos, I think. And that has killed the game off anyway. And it's made it 3-0 in the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. And that's the game done and dusted for Blue Eagles. There's no way back from here. But it does give us a moment to reflect on what we've seen. The goals started in the 3rd minute. Luis Lobo.
That was Kitsambas there.
Peter Kitsambas from close range. It's all too quick for me. I'm glad I've got you by my side.
It's a pleasure. But that's game, set and match right there. The Eagles would be disappointed they had their moments.
Good build-up by Olympic on that right-hand side, and while Blue Eagles applying the pressure, trying to get the winner, trying to get one back into it, and try and get the equaliser after that one. And Olympic just too good on that counter-attack. And the game is finished really as a contest.
Yeah, and I think it's all too common in a game of football when you're chasing a game and you're pushing players forward and you're trying to win something, trying to get something out of the game. Especially when the other team has pace going out the other end like Olympic do. Can always happen. But you'd rather lose by 3 and risk that losing that goal to get a couple back. Sometimes you've got to roll the dice.
He's De Lucia now. Can't get the space. Cleared by Brazil. The Eagles still have it. Phelps who'll pop this one back into the mix. Cacciavillani wins that one, but it's gone too close to Cleland and he collects. Ball comes back out. The South picks this one up in the middle of the park. Botsos plays it out wide. He's got Brian Habonamana there. Ball threaded through now. Troy's onto this one. Jackson's out quick enough and he clears. Ribeiro challenges for that one. Ball played to the far side. Beachley can get it back. Great piece of defending there. And the throw-in will go Olympics' way. Blue Eagles still pressed up high there, closing that space down. Choi. Phelps plays it into the middle, parks in an acre of space. Goes to ground under the challenge by Habonamana, and he'll get a free kick. It's a fair way out, but it's fairly central. Habonamana and Cacciavillani having a gentleman's disagreement in the middle of the park there, Daniel, but they're grown up, still work it out, won't they?
Yeah, exactly right. It's just a hard day at the office, I think, for Blue Eagles. I'm expecting a strike on this one.
A good strike to beat an informed keeper tonight in Lewis Cleland from there, but Seawoong Park is over it.
He can hit them.
And he does. He struck it beautifully.
Oh, my word.
Went like a rocket, didn't it? So you would think now that Adelaide Olympic will hold on to this. It'll take him up to 13 points. Their goal difference will also be enough to probably take him above Atletico and into 4th spot.
Yeah, it's actually a massive game for them, isn't it?
Yeah. Won't be enough to catch Fulham, but certainly take them up into 4th.
That's the power of the game in hand.
There's De Lucia now. Bonamana reaches out, decides not to tug the shirt. The Eagles still trying, but there goes that final whistle. It has finished 3-0 here on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard at the L3 football stadium. And Adelaide Olympic picking up a valuable win. And Blue Eagles back down to earth again after their 3-2 win against Corbras last week. And back to the drawing board. Daniel, I did ask you a little bit earlier on about who the players were that out there that impressed you the most. You don't have to give me a 3-2-1, but who was out there? I mean, the obvious one, of course, is the one you're probably going to speak about first, and then getting a little roundup on who else was up there for you.
Yeah, look, Cleland was unbelievable in goals today. Some top draw saves. Can't really look past him as the man of the match. Could have easily been a different result without him in goal. Yeah, I think you can't really look past Lobo kicking a couple of goals early in the first half, really set the tone for the match. And I thought Aquil on the other side was very dangerous, especially in that first half as well. But as the game wore on, Choi really stood out for me as well. So, you know, I picked all Adelaide Olympic players there, and they did win 3-0, but I don't think that was an accurate reflection of the game. I thought Blue Eagles did enough to get a few goals and potentially even get a point out of that game. So I think they'll be feeling pretty hard done by, and they had some players that performed pretty well also. So
a couple of stats on the screen there. Blue Eagles with 15 shots on goal. Olympic with just 8 shots on target, 6 and 5, and yeah, fairly equal stats other than that, but Blue Eagles certainly had more shots on goal, but obviously maybe that suggests that their effectiveness in front of goal wasn't up to scratch, and Olympic have come away with the win here. Is that us? Are we done and dusted?
That's us, mate.
A quick summary: it has finished 3-0. 2 goals for Lewis Lobo, and 1 goal at the very end. I think for Peter Katsambas, it happened so quickly for me; it was just a flash. We better pack up and go. Have you enjoyed yourself tonight, Daniel?
Mate, it's been a pleasure. Really enjoyed it. So thanks for having me. I appreciate it. See you at the next one.
Yeah, that's it. And don't forget, folks, cup round this round. Get yourselves out and support local football. Get yourself out and catch a cup game somewhere. Check the local guides for all the details. But for now, it's adios from me, and it's
catcha
from Daniel.
We had a desk, a table, we could have had all the everything up on the laptop, like we were listening to the thing back and forth. It wasn't there, we weren't set up for an environment. But we made it successful.
David? You can get your chair. Yeah, got it. Thank you. Good. Oh, it's sexy.
Sounds very analytical.